Oh, hello, JJs. I have this thing. I'm gonna tell you all a little story. Over Christmas, I saw the new Star Wars movie. How many people seen the new Star Wars, right?
Woo! Yeah!
Letting this mic is gonna be a motherfucker. So Sunday I went to see Star Wars, and like Star Wars is almost like a religion to me, like because like everybody remembers it, the time it turned you on as a kid, and I'm 45 years old. When the movie first came out, the first movie came out in like 1976, and I was 16. I was 6 years old, and I'm sitting in the theater with my mother, and the words at the opening when John Williams scores like screaming and the words are screaming, it's a dark time for the rebellion. They were going too fast for me, so my mom was reading them in my ear. I could read them, but she was just reading them in my ear. So my first memory of Star Wars is my mother's voice reading the words flying into space. So it's a very special kind of thing. And here we've come, like, full circle now. We finally got like episode fucking 7. And it's just like, as a child, I saw this thing spawn, and now as an adult, your perspective of the universe has changed, everything's changed, and now you're finding out that Star Wars has changed too. I mean, God, the epitome of cool, Han Solo, the man, the myth, the guy, man, that guy was the coolest motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I wanted to be Han Solo so bad, and now as an adult, I'm looking at what's happening in episode 7, and I'm going, wow, man, I got no hope of being a father if Han Solo can't fucking be a good dad. I mean, seriously, think about it. He's the fucking guy that did the Kessel Run under 5 parsecs, and what happens to his kid? His kid gets the rebellious streak from hell. I mean, shit. How can you compete to be a cool dad when your fucking grandpa was the source of all evil in the universe? I mean, shit, man. You're trying to teach him how to boost the output on the thrusters on a Corellian freighter, and he's like, oh, really? Well, Grandpa had a Death Star, Dad. What? You're trying to show him how to fucking hot rig your blaster so it shoots like 5 different things. Like, I got this thing that's called a lightsaber hill. My grandpa cut off your best friend's hand. What about that, Dad? And there it is, man. You see it play out in this movie. It's so sad. This guy tried so hard. It's so difficult to see your heroes grow up and realize that it's that same thing. Like, the biggest blow to me was my role model, the pimp daddy of the Star Wars universe, just finding out that he was an absentee father. Seriously. I mean, y'all know him. He was slinging the probe in every data port, every single movie. He's short, he's blue, he's white, he's the dong hammer of the Star Wars universe. That's right, R2-D2, man. That guy got down in every movie, from a blast door to an X-Wing to the Death Star. I mean, I swear, his probe should have rusted off at the tip as many data ports as that thing's been in, man. And there's the thing, you realize what happens, it plays out in 7. Come on, man. BB-8? You cannot tell me that is not R2-D2 and the Death Star's kid. Little R2-D2 head roll around in a Death Star body. There's even that scene where R2 went into low power mode, and you see BB-8 roll up and look up. It's like, Dad?
Dad. It's like, nigga, you ain't my...
Seriously, that's the thing. It's so my role model for wanting to get girls, I mean, a droid, but whatever, I'm a freak. What do you think? He's an absentee father. I mean, seriously, the next movie, what's going to be like, man? Are we going to see the rest of R2-D2's abandoned children lined up outside the Millennium Falcon go, we'd like to have a word with Father? I don't know, that's my Star Wars bit. I had something. God damn it! I need a better closer on that fucking thing, don't I? So yeah, man, Star Wars. You're here. It's just like, yeah, future fatherhood not happening. Not happening here. 45 years old, I still get the phone call from the mom. When are you gonna give me grandkids? And I'm like, Ma, there's no fucking way. My DNA's a fucking silly straw from the Gulf War. I got nerve agent poisoning. I mean, it's not a double helix. It makes this left turn at Albuquerque, goes out for street tacos, gets lost on the way back because they brought acid from that guy that looked cool. It's just a Gregorian knot of toxic nastiness, Ma. I don't need to be reproducing. I mean, seriously, you put my sperm under a microscope, it's like Fallout 4 down there, man. It's a radioactive wasteland. If there's any of my sperm that are still alive, much less kicking, that motherfucker's got like 8 tails and opposable thumbs and fangs, and when you shine the light from the microscope, he knocks on the glass and goes, "Turn off that light!" I can't be having kids, Ma. At this point, I'm going to be pumping out Weekly World News bat boys like Jiffy Pop. It's just not going to be happening. So that's how you deal with that conversation. I've been Jack Tapestry. You guys have been awesome. Are you guys ready for our next comedian, our final comedian of the evening? I'm going to close out with what. That's why I shouldn't have kids. Mutant. You're looking for Case Zero, the Mutant Rebellion. That's me. But our next poet is not case study on the Mutant Rebellion. He's more of a he's more of someone that is going to take over the world through the cunning use of weed syllables. Please give it up for Justin Keithley!
All right, give it up for Jack Tapestry and all